Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your extra daily dose of skill. We are starting a new old series, aka mini tech tree showcase. And since we have two top of the trees this month, we are going to showcase you tier 7, tier 6, tier 5 tanks going through the line. So in this kind of situation, Carrot, P.43 bis, P.43, and for the next video we will play with a Chito and Chinu. I hope this is going to be useful for you to see what you need to grind through, speaking about the lower tiers, right? And obviously if you want to see the video separately, use the index page and you are going to find the videos of Rhino, Progetto, blah 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 blah. You tell me. So yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's start everything with a Caro and how the things are looking like with this tank. This tank, all in all, it is nothing special. Speaking about this vehicle, I truly can't say it is amazing or it is bad. Alpha damage is kind of average or below average, speaking about the tier 7s, but it has two interesting guns. One gun is having lower amount of the DPM, but higher penetration with the standards and gold, and worse dispersion and worse aim time. But this gun is cheap to play because you have relatively high penetration. Now, if we are speaking about the stock gun has the pretty much gold. It's created for gold spam, let's put that in this way. You have 200 penetration with the gold shells, you have better DPM, you have better dispersion and better aim time. So this gun is actually better. I know it sounds weird, but this is how it goes. And now, without further ado, let's teleport into the very first game, shall we? A very first game. Cheap budget gun. Obviously you are getting what you are paying for, so it is definitely not ideal option, but we'll see what we can craft with this gun. So first things first, looking into, oh, I can see PP raised, fellas. I can see PP raised. Will PP shoot in the air? No. Okay, not bad dance. Not bad dance for sure. Look, what we need to keep in mind here, we are kind of bottom tier. Well, actually we are mid tier. Can we make super duper hyper turbo hard pressure for the enemies who are sitting, who will sit somewhere around this area? Probably not really. I have a feeling, fellas, this is not very good idea to be aggressive. And in fact, I think I am going to play passively. By the way, if you can hear background, some Tokyo Drift Katite is on the mood. So don't mind here, fellas. So don't mind here. For now, I do not really want to be too aggressive. Maybe I should. I'm a bit afraid of the Progetto, but since Progetto is not getting spotted here, so maybe it's not that bad. Meanwhile, enemy Leo is making pressure in front like there is no tomorrow. What the flying F is happening? Okay, fair enough. At least now we know who is sitting in this side. So what do we know? We know there is IS, we know there is a Starva and MT25. I am not afraid of any of those forces, so we can make quite a bit of pressure for them, I would say. That's what we can do, and that's what we are going to do. By the way, Rinoceronte is dead. Excellent start for our team, I would say. So what do we want to do exactly? We want to take this position, and hopefully from this position we can play a relatively well hold down, and in the same time, if enemies will try to be a bit more aggressive towards us, I believe our gentlemen will try to support us, and hopefully we will be completely fine. So let's see. What can we do here? Okay, beautiful. Mr. IS is sitting right here. Excellent. And this is completely fine, fellas. Just into the lower plate. And once again, now alpha damage of this tank is not that excellent. And I believe that's fair to say, fellas. Gun handling of this tank is very far away from being awesome either, right? Since this tank is relatively inaccurate. I am speaking about this budget gun, right? So yeah, there is quite a bit of things which I need to highlight, and it's definitely not the best choice. But But for cheap players, right? Not everyone has a premium account. Not everyone has the credits he is willing to spend on spamming gold. It is going to be completely alright. Meanwhile, I am trying to annoy them to the maximum. I'm trying to get some assisting damage, and I am baiting this IS to shoot me, right? Because it's not so easy to penetrate this vehicle, especially whenever we are exposing only upper plate. That's completely fine. And as you can see, he bounced his shot, so this is exactly what we are looking for, and this is exactly what we need. Meanwhile, speaking about what we need, we noticed enemy Progetto is signing to the contract of getting banged in this game. So what we are going to do, we are going to show the dominance against the enemy Progetto, and once again, this tank has a bit of armor. You cannot say it is made out of paper or everyone can penetrate you like there is no tomorrow. That's not true, and this is definitely not the case, and Progetto is dead. Excellent. Okay, that's a good start for our team. Now, speaking about our score, it is not ideal, obviously, but unfortunately we cannot change absolutely anything about this. Meanwhile, our T29 fellas, we are here not shaming PPs, but look at that PP. Look at that PP. Nice PP. Nice PP. Look at him go. Beautiful. Well, not everything is about the size, my man. Not everything is about the size. You will survive. Everything will be fine. Unlucky fellas. By the way, T29 stock is absolutely disgusting. So I cannot act surprised, and I do not act surprised he is going with a stock gun. This grind is going to be very, very hard. Remember, you can use grousers, so you can take better gun. It is just information for this gentleman, right? Hopefully this will help for him, and everything will be fine. Okay, not much what I can change about this. Panther 2 has extremely awesome gun, so him penetrating us hold down is not a big surprise, right? Or actually maybe he spanked us into the side, it doesn't really matter. All we need to figure out now how to make pressure to remaining enemy forces, because majority of them are sitting right there next to the red line. Meanwhile, enemy Arta is having a great time spanking us, not the first time, not the last time. And can we eliminate this Asterva? This is like literally pixel shot, so it is very, very hard thing to do that. And you know what? I think we can and we will get a bit more involved here. Oh, yop, tararai, look at this mother trucker, fellas. Oi, 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 oi. He's actually spotting us all the time, and I am bouncing him. Wow. That was a sneaky ninja. I did not expect that. I did not saw that one coming, fellas. So yeah, quick highlight about this gun, no bueno. It is not excellent gun by any measurement. Well, apart one maybe thing, it is relatively cheap to shoot. That's about it. Other than that, I would highly recommend to avoid this gun. And we are getting slaughtered by enemy tank destroyer. That's okay, doesn't really matter. We are getting all the sweet assisting damage, and in the end of the day, performance is actually alright. We have 3000 even without optics, and once again, big fat thumbs up from my side. This is very, very nice. Let's keep up our journey and let's see the score. So, all and all, everything went relatively well. I am happy with my performance, although looking into the gun accuracy, 14 times fired, 8 penetration, 8 direct hits, 5 penetrations. Yeah, it was rough. Although we made 23,000 profits, which is quite nice, and it is always enjoyable. And now let's change the gun and let's go into the battle with a proper gun on this tank, aka pay to win gun. And I believe this is going to be so much better. Full gold ammunition without thinking too much, and that's what we have. So let's teleport to the action. And we are in the round number 2 with a brand new pay to win gun. So what do we have here? We have a same matchmaking or similar matchmaking, tier 8 against the tier 7, so obviously not a top tier, so whenever you are playing with a heavy tank, you want to be a top tier. Let's put that in this way, so all your quirks and features will work completely fine. Meanwhile, I have a feeling, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we have a baboon in the Hellcat. I have a feeling, fellas. Beautiful. And I think in this game we are going to be very, very aggressive. This could go both ways. I could be extremely successful and I can get a lot of things dealt, or I am going to die and I am going to complain about my life choices. It could go both ways, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, let's keep this in mind. So far, so good. I cannot complain that much. And I think we can actually punish enemies pretty well here. Oh, I'm happy I decided not to be too aggressive. I'm happy I decided to stop here. The main reason being is there is a double penetrator, and you know what double penetrator means? Double penetrator means he is going to spank us like there is no tomorrow. I am in a way bottom tier, so obviously he is not going to hesitate to double pen me, and if he is going to double pen me, I'm going to complain, I'm going to cry, and let's try to avoid this. Unless he is going to fire twice or he is going to go with a salvo to anyone else. I think he just fired once, so at this point we can try to cross through the middle. Hopefully I'm not going to get spotted while arriving here, and if it is going to be the case, I am going to be very, very happy. Beautiful, let's try to go just like so. Excellent, very nice. Even though he is spamming the full gold, I do not really care about him that much, and I'm going to spank him into the lower plate. We managed to cross properly, that's very, very good. Now, this is not an equal fight, you know, we are trying to fight against the double penetrator and he is very, very powerful tank, all and all. Plus on top of that, he's going with a heat ammunition, so this is making our life so much more complicated and so much harder. But we are not going to give up, and we are going to make pressure together with our prototype. We should be relatively fine with all of this, so let's go. Meanwhile, Panther, how are you doing? Beautiful shot to the Panther. I am very, very well aware of the double penetration here, fellas. Believe me, I'm very, very well aware of this gentleman, but we are going to get relatively involved. Good, even though we are not penetrating him. Luckily for us, our guys are penetrating him. He just saved his Su because I did not really wanted to shoot him. I wanted to shoot Su for obvious reasons, and now we are going to try to spank his lower plate. Meanwhile, Panther is in the open field right here. We are shooting the Panther, which is always nice and always welcome. Now, I'm trying to figure out maybe we can shoot Su. Beautiful shot to the Su. Unfortunately for our guy, he is getting slaughtered by the enemies, and this is definitely not what he is looking for. I have a pixel shot to this Panther, which is honestly not that great, but unfortunately we cannot offer anything else. We need to be smart in a way. I know our driver was dead, but to be fair with you, I had no need to fix it, so I am fine. I am completely fine, fellas. We are losing this game by plenty of the hit points, by a lot of hit points. This guy just fired, I'm aware of that, and sure you will penetrate us, sure you will. That's okay, not a big deal, fellas, and not a big surprise. And obviously then double penetrator is showing where our place is. Now, in this kind of situation, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, not much what we cannot do about this. Whenever you are bottom tier and whenever you are meeting, all good, mate. Whenever you are meeting a very powerful tank like double penetrator, right? Even though we had an advantage, speaking about the guns, this gentleman did everything properly, he played well, and none of our guys had balls to push, including me, right? After he fired twice, we could try to get more involved, but then he had a support of Su who can penetrate because he has 250 penetration. So in this kind of situation, fellas, it's sad. I truly think this gun is so much better than the previous one, but score, unfortunately, it's not showing that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for one more game with this gun. Easy. Easy peasy, just like this. I know this gun is worth more than this. So let's go. And we are back with a score. Unfortunately, defeat. 1,500 damage, 300 assisting damage. We are second by experience. We are second. Actually, we are third by the damage. And look at this double penetrator. He held it like there is no tomorrow. And he did everything properly, fellas. Although, to be fair with you, I thought he will do more damage. But by the looks of it, MVP was this Su-152. Okay, what can you do? Round number 3 it is. And we are getting awarded with a tier 8 matchmaking once again. Shame. Unfortunately, fellas, this is not what we are looking for, and we were expecting to get at least one top tier where we can shine and where we can show what this tank is all about, but unfortunately we are not getting lucky. So what we can say, hashtag never lucky, and we can try to play against the higher tiers. That's what we need to do. Meanwhile, we have a baboon. I can see this beautiful gentleman dancing. I saw his PP, and in fact, maybe there is a chance he's going to shoot in the air. No, fellas, no chance. Shame. No shot in the air for better luck. Okay, right there, I know we could get more involved, and we will get more involved. I really want to eliminate this shitter. The main reason why am I saying I want to eliminate the shitter is because from this side it's not worth to go here. It is very easy to counter someone who is playing here, and it's just simply easy. That's why I went like this. Meanwhile, I'm getting spotted, which is quite interesting, and now it's not interesting anymore. We know exactly why we got spotted, and we will make sure this gentleman is going to regret his life choices. Beautiful. Both of the lights are down. I repeat, both of the lights are down, so that means we can be a bit more aggressive here, and we can try to take a bit more aggressive positions in a way as well, right? And this is exactly what we are looking for. I have a feeling our team is definitely dominating the forest, which is absolutely amazing. And in fact, we are not going to go against this STG because he is going to get farmed anyways. Instead of doing that, we are going to beat the living crap out of the Mr. Tiger. Now, speaking about the gun of this vehicle, I remember this gun a bit more accurate, but maybe in the same time I am getting a bit unlucky, because sometimes it happens, fellas. Sometimes you cannot hit them all, and sometimes the things are not working as well as you would love to. Now, what we can expect enemies will have some tank destroyers here in the back, right? In fact, probably many tank destroyers in the back. So what we are going to do, we are trying to figure out how we can approach enemy forces here without being slaughtered. So I would say going through the middle and trying to play against the heavy tanks somewhere here can be actually a very good option for us, and in the same time we should be able to punish the Udes as well, right? Meanwhile, Udes is trying to get involved. Not exactly what I was looking for, but that's what we have. TS5 is sitting in the open field, Tiger 1 in the open field. It looks like this is going to be a relatively easy victory for us. So at this point, we need to make as much pressure as we physically and possibly can. That's the plan, that's the hope, that's the dream. And in the same time, I would love to punish this Udes who is sitting here. Now the question is, can we do that? Ooh, E25, how are you doing? Boom, right into the E25. Unfortunately, not a penetration. I am disappointed, fellas, speaking about the gun handling of this vehicle. I remember this tank as so much more accurate tank. It is like a day and night, if I can say so. It is like a day and night. Whenever I was playing for Mark of Excellence, I actually enjoyed playing with this gun, and everything was working so much better than it is working now. But in the same time, maybe I am just simply unlucky. This could be a big possibility, fellas. Maybe I am just unlucky, and there is nothing more of this. Meanwhile, we spotted ISU, good. We are going to spank ISU once. I believe we can spank ISU second time, just like so. Very nice. ISU is considering his life choices, and it looks like he is looking at us. Luckily, he decided to go for E25, and he is officially dead. Excellent. all we need to do at this point, we need to try to get involved against the Mr. IS-3. I know he can penetrate me, I am very well aware of that, but to be completely honest with you, I do not really mind as wrong as it sounds. Okay, Mr. VK, and many others in the back. We know where VK is sitting at. He is sitting somewhere here. We know Esther and Wafflecock is sitting here, so we are feeling relatively fine. So in this kind of situation, we need to figure out how to approach the enemies without getting completely messed up. Meanwhile, we are going to go for this IS-3 just because he is in the open field for us, and I'm pretty sure we can penetrate him. 1 second left. DPM is doing the job, and look at this beauty. And now we are farming. And gun is working relatively fine. We can punish them for their stupidity and for their mistakes. This is exactly what we are looking for, fellas. Another shot. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about, fellas. This is the gun to play with this vehicle. This tank is so much better with this gun, and it is like a day and night in a way. Beautiful tracking shot, and in the end of the day, we are finishing everything with solid performance, and I would not act surprised if we would actually get ace after this game. So let's see the score. Not even close. Ace, fellas. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, the probably worst thing of all this, let's see the credit income. Anyways, before that, we did 2,900 damage, 2,700 assisting / tracking, and now minus 2,000. So as you can see, we are kind of maintaining our credits, even though I missed plenty of shots. In fact, how much does gold ammunition cost on this tank? 3,600, and that's relatively cheap for a heavy tank. So yeah, Tier 7 in action. After 3 games with this vehicle, we averaged 1,800 damage, 1,600 assisting damage, so that means we had 3,200, 3,300 section. I am very happy with this. Let's keep it up. Next, we are going to have the Tier 6 P.43 BIS. Let's teleport into the battle with this tank, shall we? P.43 BIS it is. I did not show it the models because there is nothing special about this vehicle apart one thing: this tank is leading to Italian mediums and heavy tanks. Nothing special about this tank models. You need to get everything top and then you are ready to go. Now, speaking about this tank overall, what is good about this vehicle? This tank has extremely nice alpha damage for a tier 6 medium tank. You have the 240 alpha damage. Now, penetration 140 is definitely not epic, but you have gold ammunition and you can bump it up to 180, and obviously you are going to get a bit better shell velocity as well. Not by ton, but just tiny touch better, and that's obviously good, right? More shell velocity is what you are looking for. And in this kind of situation, we are going to wait until enemies will try to make a bit of pressure like this, because usually they are. Usually, someone will be brave enough to say, oh, we can get involved. And from this bush over there, you can have a crossfire to people who are playing around this area. And this is exactly what we are looking for. Now, other than that, what to say about this tank? This tank has relatively alright armor for a tier 6. It is not obviously the best. It's not a Russian T-34 85 armor, but you can get some bounces sense of this slope. And especially whenever you are using your gun depression, it is even better. At this point, since this gun have quite a big alpha damage, you are not super accurate. For example, with other tanks like T-34 85 or the Cromwell, you might even be a bit more accurate, if that makes sense. But what this vehicle does and Cromwell doesn't, this tank can spank some ass. and I truly mean it. You are spanking enemies like there is no tomorrow. And as you can see, we are not bothering to spam gold because it is completely unnecessary, and we can still do a healthy amount of damage. Meanwhile, Esterva, how are you doing? Do you like your 150 alpha damage? Unlucky. That was a mistake by this gentleman. Nothing what he could done differently. He simply made a mistake, and you know, he cannot change absolutely anything there. Now, in this situation, I think I am going to get a bit more involved. I changed my mind. I do not really want to get that much involved as I initially thought I want to. I thought about going super aggressively against this tiger, but as you can see, it is completely unnecessary. Meanwhile, we are going to go with the gold rounds for obvious reasons. I think it is going to be better for us, and since we have more hit points, we are going to get a bit more involved, and I believe we should be easily able to mess this guy up. He is thinking about flanking us, and this is not going to be simple. We are trying to run from him, we are going back, and we are okay. Beautiful. Meanwhile, there is another gentleman who is thinking about us, and obviously he will say, oh, skill, I want to take a piece of you. Skill, I would love to chew on you. Skill, yum, 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 yum. But we are going to make his life as complicated as possible, you know. This is our mission. Boom, right into the turret. Very, very nice. He's down to one-shottable, and in fact, he is dead. Excellent. How to get more use of all this? We are quite lucky speaking about this performance. I'm not going to lie, fellas. We are doing stuff very, very, very well. Now, this Esterva decided to go for a blind shot. Kudos to him. That was a very, very smart thing. And the question is, where exactly is he sitting at? This is a big fat question, fellas. Okay, Esterva is taking a lower part here. Let's try to shoot this Hellcat. Not good shell velocity, to be fair with you. Shell velocity is kind of holding this tank quite a bit, and this is important thing to say. It is important thing to mention. I am very, very well aware of that. I am spotted all the time because of this Cover 2 proxy spotting me from below. I am super aware of that, so I need to figure out how we could escape from there. But you see, Cover 2, even though he is looking at us, there is M6, and M6 will be able to eliminate him from the game. This is what we are looking for. Now, Esterva in the open field. Mr. Esterva, how are you doing? Or maybe the Su-100 would be even better. Aiming for Su-100 and trying to eliminate him from the game successfully. Beautiful, beautiful game so far. Can we get more of all this? So once again, this tank doesn't have too many special things, right? But the alpha damage is definitely making this tank somehow, well, not bearable, but somehow unique in this tier. What do we have else with 200 alpha damage plus? You know, there is not that many tanks, and this is a positive thing. So, let's teleport to the scoreboard and let's see what we got. Fellas, I have bad news. Pew, pew, pew. We are back with a defeat. Oh well, what can you do, right? All in all, I am pretty happy with my performance. We got 2.2, 2.3 thousand damage, 100 assisting damage. I should known better. We can get banged by the clickers or by the jeffs, however you would call them. Nothing what we can change about this. Anyways, we made 31,000 profits, which is always nice and always welcome. And this is the performance which we have. Now we are not done yet. Let's go for round number 2, shall we? Another great matchmaking for us, honestly. Tier 6s is very, very good. More of matchmaking like this, you know. Fighting against the equal tiers is so much more enjoyable, I would say. And at the same time, it is you are feeling like you are fighting against the equal tanks, right? So very, very good matchmaking for P.43 BIS. What is the plan, what is the hope, and what is the dream? What we want to do, we want to take this typical bush over there, and hopefully from this typical bush we will be able to spank someone, whoever is trying to cross through the open field, right? That's the plan. So let's wait for it, and let's see what we can do. Obviously, there is a humongous chance they have a light tank in this bush. In fact, if I will shoot and I will get spotted, we will know exactly what where he is, right? I just fired, I'm not getting spotted. Okay, What that basically means, denying my initial thought or initial opinion about someone trying to play in the typical light bush. That's good. Now we know no one is there. Very, very nice. Obviously, this VK can be a big pain in the butt, and it is, and he can be a pain to deal with. But if our team will eliminate him from the game, I believe we can start making a hardcore pressure like this, and this is exactly what I am looking for. This is exactly what we want, right? This is what we need. I repeat, I could get even more involved like this. How about if we would try to go up just like so, and we would try to stay away from cover 2 from getting proxy spotted. I do not want to get proxy spotted by cover 2, but in a way I want to punish this VK sitting here. So wait for a moment. Our T-37 is trying to get involved here, and hopefully he will be able to spank, well, to spot this VK. And this VK will go back, and he will go back. It's a matter of the time we will be able to spank him. I see this cover 2, he proxy spotted me. Not exactly what I'm looking for, and unfortunately we are not penetrating this VK, which is quite sad, but it is alright. Meanwhile, we have the cover 2. Cover 2 just fired. I'm going to load the standard ammunition because I definitely do not need gold, and at this point we can show the dominance over him, right? That's all we need to do. I have time for one more before the cover 2 will reload, and we can simply send him to the garage. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So far this game is looking great. We did not lost any part of the hit points, right? We are still full HP, and we got some free shots. That's always nice and always welcome. Now, looking into our team, I would say our team is kind of winning this game, I would even say heavily. We are up by 1.6 thousand hit points, and this is a lot of HP to be up, fellas. This is a lot HP. Unfortunately, we are not penetrating this VK, and this VK has a very, very decent armor, especially against the tier 6s or against the tanks like P.43 Battle, which doesn't have like very high base penetration. This is very, very, very well armored tank. Anyways, what we are going to do at this point we will try to get involved into the city. I want to find a decent enough angle to punish maybe Cromwell or Skoda. Skoda is definitely getting punished, and we are going to enjoy ourselves. This Skoda is playing like a tourist in a way, right? He is traveling through the middle of the field, and you know what? If he is happy, he is happy. That's all that matters, right? I fixed my track. I shouldn't, to be fair with you. That was my mistake, and unfortunately now ammo rack is GG. Well, I fixed my engine. You get the point what I'm saying. Not exactly what I was looking for, and in fact enemy heavy tank number 6 might try to peek like so, but before he will peek maybe we can eliminate him from the game. Excellent. Very, very good. Remember when I said we are winning this game very, very easily? Fellas, it is not so easy anymore. I repeat, this is not so easy anymore. VK is sniping from the back. We need to be careful. And we have brother from other mother. We are trying to spank him. Unfortunately, we are missing our shot. Shame. Now, obviously, without armor rack, fellas, our DPM is atrocious. And it is not good by any shape or any form, and it's making me a bit sad, but nothing what we can change about this. In fact, we are going to load the gold ammunition just for now, and the main reason being is because we do not want to fail our shots. We want to penetrate enemies every single time we are going to have a chance, since our ammo rack is GG finito, right? Please keep this in mind. 7 seconds left until we are going to reload, and we should be able to spank enemy P.43 Battle. At least that's what I am hoping for. Actually, you know what? He is using the stock gun, or he is just simply stock. 1 out of 2. Either way, we cannot complain. And if he is going to peek like this, and there is a humongous chance he will, we should be able to penetrate him without bigger problems whatsoever. At least this is what is happening in my head. We have armor rack back, and at this point we can get involved. At this point I really want to make sure this P.43 Bis is going to regret his life choices. So we are penetrating him just like so. Our engine is down. I repeat, our engine is down, but it doesn't really matter that much, as wrong as it sounds, and we are trying to craft a better angle once again to eliminate him from the game. Wait a bit, wait a bit, wait a bit. He's officially dead. 5 seconds left, and we should be all right. 2, 1. He's dead. Excellent, fellas. Very, very, very good game once again. The same fate all the time, fellas. Skill is on the roll. I'm about to boom, boom, boom. Everyone will die. Garage. Katka. No, yes, Arta, I know, Katita, Arta. Fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, even Katita came. She's thinking, what the flying F is wrong with you? You know what she's saying? Let me go, peasant. Sorry, Katita. You can sleep here, easy. So yeah, well, not much what I can say about this. This is World of Tanks, fellas. Let's teleport to the scoreboard. And we are back. But this time with victory. First class, 1,900 damage, 5 kills, 200 assisting damage. We are first by experience. We are first by the damage, although not by a huge margin, but first is first even by centimeter, right? And 31,000 profits. Call me dirty, but I think we made it work, and I think we did everything properly with this vehicle. And after 2 games, our performance is 2,100 damage and 200 assisting damage. I'm happy. We did everything all right, and I am happy with our performance. So now, without further ado, we have the last tank, Tier 5 P.43, and there is also nothing special to this vehicle, to be completely honest with you. Speaking about the guns, Top Gun is the way to go. You have a bit better DPM and everything, and if I am not mistaken, this tank is a Tier 5. It is kind of average. It has not many things to offer as a Tier 5 tank, right? So let's go into the game and let's see how this tank will behave. Let's go. And we are in the very first game. So what this tank is all about? Honestly, it is rated as a playable in the index page, right? As you can see over there, although ratings will be soon changed whenever we are going to rework the tier 5s as well, and I will probably have something more to say. So I do not expect too many crazy things with this tank. Speaking about alpha damage, 110 alpha damage, 118 millimeters of penetration, 700 shell velocity, and gold has a bit more penetration and way quicker shell velocity. 1000 shell velocity for a tier 5 is not bad whatsoever. But we are not going to be too aggressive. We are not going to go in front like crazy mother truckers, and we are going to play with a caution, if I can say so. At this point, we are going to sit in the back and we are going to wait until enemies will mess up. And this is how you are basically playing with the lower tiers until tank has, let's say, extremely good ability to play hold down or armor. It is just simply not really worth to that was close. It is not really worth to be that much aggressive, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It's just simply not worth it. I see that Arta trying to blind fire here. Kudos to enemy clicker, fellas. Kudos to enemy clicker. This is very, very impressive. Now what we are going to do, or what we could do, we could destroy this house for shits and giggles. And the main reason why am I saying so is because there is a chance Arta will try to blind fire here, so we are going to keep him busy. And if Arta is not shooting our allies and he is trying to blind fire me, I am completely fine with this, fellas. I am completely fine with this. One more of the noticeable things about this tank, the gun depression is actually pretty good of this vehicle. And you know what? Since majority of the enemy forces are already spotted, I believe we are going to join the field. I think from the field we are going to get the most use for ourselves, and we are going to be the most involved overall, right? This is what I am looking for, and that's what I want to do. So let's see. Let's see, fellas. step by step, little by little. Now, speaking about the gun handling, if I remember this correctly, this tank doesn't have like extremely unique gun handling or overall some special features or special things. It is very average for a tier 5 tank, and there is nothing bad about it, fellas. Average is better than being below average, don't you think so? Because I do. Okay, beautiful. 110 to VK. Now I would love to spank him if it is possible, but unfortunately it is not. Okay, fair enough. What we are going to do at this point we will try to get involved here, and I will try to play closer to the T-34-85. We are loading gold ammunition because we know we are going to deal against the enemy cover 1, and enemy cover 1 has a decent armor for a tier 5, or maybe even strong armor at the tier 5. So this is exactly what we want to do. We want to get involved slowly but surely, making as much pressure as we physically and possibly can, and here we go. We are saying hello for this tier 6. My brother, tier 6 brother. Okay, I have an idea. Skill, what kind of idea do you have? At this point, I want to make pressure like this. Why? Because I think this is going to be the best way for us to play this game. From here we should be able to get closer for the Jeff, and this is going to be extremely useful. I know 88 is only one who never ever was spotted, but to be completely honest with you, I do not really care about him. What I care more against the Jeff, right? 82 is sitting right there, that's good. And once again, let's try to spank enemy Arta if it is possible, right, for us to do. This is the question. Is it possible to spank the Arta? How are you doing? Can we hit you once? Yes, we can. Beautiful. 82 has a very, very low alpha damage. So to be completely honest with you, it doesn't really matter. As wrong as it sounds. It honestly doesn't really matter. At this point, we are using the situation. We are on the ass of my bigger brother, and we are making sure he is going to regret his life choices. Now, even though 82 is spamming the gold, it doesn't change absolutely anything. We are the champion of this game, and we are feeling completely fine. We have 1.3 thousand combined, which is not the best score ever by any means, but we are going to be more than enough with this. And at this point, we are trying to make him turn. Whenever he will shoot from here, and believe me, he will, then our gentlemen can simply eliminate him from the game, and we are going to get beautiful assisting damage. Meanwhile, we have 1.5 thousand combined. I would love to push it to 2,000 if it is possible, but we do not know how many hit points Cover 2 and Cromwell has, and in the same time they are quite powerful tanks as well. So as you can see, they have plenty of HP left. Maybe, just maybe, fellas, we can join the game and we can get a couple of extra shots. That would be much appreciated. Once again, since we are dealing against the higher tiers, we can load the gold ammunition as well, and let's try to get involved. Obviously, the worst thing what could happen is we are getting shotgunned by the Cover 2, and once again, we cannot ignore this ability. This definitely could happen, but in the same time, we did not arrived in time. Okay, let's teleport into the scoreboard. And we are back with a second class with a 700 damage, 700 assisting damage. Not bad, we cannot cry over this, I'm feeling happy. We made 5,000 profits, so not bad. Let's go for round number 2 with this tank and the last round of the video. Remember, if you are enjoying what you are seeing, leave one of those, that helps channel a lot. Thank you very much, and let's go. And we are back. So, yeah, matchmaking said not today, mother trucker. You had way too much fun with a tier 6, so yeah, with a tier 5 you are going to enjoy yourself to the maximum. Enjoy, if you know what I mean. Okay, not much what we can change about this. We will need to play relatively safe. At least that's what I want to believe. So let's see how we can punish enemies without getting punished ourselves. Being tier 5 and against the tier 7s, you are literally walking meat. You are a meatball, fellas, and every single enemy tank will look at you as one as well. So please keep this in mind. He's thinking. What? What? You haven't seen baboon dancing or what? Yeah, Type 64 was exploring. I have a feeling, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, he was definitely exploring. Okay, what do we want to do? How we can get involved here and how we can make enemies regretting their life choices. This is the question. Okay, that's understandable. Leo is taking one in the ass. Not exactly what he is looking for, I guess, but this is how the things are looking like. I don't really think I can make pressure like this and survive. I really doubt we can do something like this, and at this point we are just waiting until the Mr. Super Hellcat will make a mistake. In fact, I think we can get involved here. The main reason why am I saying so about being involved is because we have Valiant and M10 making a bit of pressure like this. So, in this situation, fellas, we should be able to spank the Hellcat once or twice. Can we hit him once again before he hits us? Oh, nice snapshot, my man. Nice snapshot. Okay. Ooh, this is not good. This is not good. I want to escape before I am going to die. Ooh, Excalibur. Not what I am looking for, fellas. We lost most of our hit points because we do not need them anyways. And now we can figure out how to play the game and how to get more than 2 shots in this battle. Obviously, by any means, this game is so much harder to play than any game we played before. That's why -2 matchmaking is kind of sucks, right? And I am not afraid to say so. And I believe many players in World of Tanks are feeling literally the same way. Whenever you are dealing against the 2 tiers higher opponents, it is just simply very hard, and it's just how World of Tanks is looking like. I don't really think I need to explain that to you, right? Okay, so let's see. At this point, only Excalibur and Stug 3 is not spotted. We know DS is sitting somewhere around this area, and we are going to wait until he will get spotted. There is a chance he will sit somewhere over there, and if it is going to be the case, fingers crossed we are going to punish him. If not, then hashtag never lucky. We can... Ooh, Stug, greetings. Beautiful. Although this is not a damaging shot, so maybe it's not that beautiful as I expected. And evil Schalke used his evil magic and he ammo-reacted the Type 64. Yeah. Not exactly what we are looking for, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that. Meanwhile, Excalibur is going through the middle of the field. We are going to spank him once, and once is better than none. Keep this in mind, and now we are going to try to craft a better angle for him. How we are going to do this? We are going to go all the way around. We will try to peek like this just to check it out. Is he here? And we cannot see him. Okay, how about if we are going to go to this bush? And here we go. Now we know where Excalibur is. We are getting some more assisting damage, which is always nice and always welcome, and we are sending him back to the garage. Absolutely amazing. At this point, I want to find enemy Artas. I know our tank destroyers will go and decap the base. I believe, fellas, I truly believe our tank destroyers will go and decap the base. So what do we have? We have pretty much green light for ourselves to approach enemy base and just try to get some breadcrumbs. In this situation, Artas. This is only one way how we can do this, and this is only one way how we can get a bit more use, fellas. Once again, please keep this in mind. It was very hard matchmaking for us, and whenever you are dealing against them higher tiers, you need to be relatively safe. If you are not going to play relatively safe, you are not going to enjoy this. I can promise you that. And now after this game we are going to teleport in to the garage, because I really doubt we are going to get one more shot. So let's do this. And we are back, fellas. Well, luckily with a victory, although average performance with this tank was quite sad. Anyways, we got 600 damage, we have 500 assisting damage, which is not great by any shape or any form, but that's what we have. Ooh, Valiant. Impressive. This is impressive performance by this gentleman. Anyways, we made 19,000 profits, and in the end of the day with this vehicle we played for 600 damage and 600 assisting damage, which is bringing us to over 1,000 combined, if I'm not mistaken. And if you are into marking tanks, this would be more than enough to get the third mark of excellence. But all in all, fellas, this tank is very average, and you know, if you have some blueprints or something, just skip it. You are not going to lose anything too much. So fellas, this is how we are wrapping our series. In a way, new one, right? We used to have Tech 3 showcases back in 2018, maybe 19. But yeah, now we are going to go with a mini series like this. I hope you are enjoying this, and I hope it is going to make your grind so much easier. And now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time, and see you in the game. Peace.